The station where our veterans' voices are heard. MBR Talk.
Hey, thanks for supporting our channel by watching and listening.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Yeah. NY born on NY built.
What is up, yo?
Vanilla
Happy
Gorilla,
Sunday.
Big Dog.
Another Sunday
Untouchables.
with
Let's
your
go.
favorite
Step in the
hostess
ring like kings of
with
the block.
mostest.
Gorilla grip, big dog, never stop. Iron in the veins, no gimmicks, no props. This is hard work, black top and body slops. Ain't no flash, just fists and fake. We run through ropes like we run through
It
gates.
can't be. This is crazy.
Bond ain't fake. You hear that roar? That's
And
the
if
Empire
nobody at
shake.
home knows who
We
this
the
guy is, this is the big dog. And he did get a tip from the Brooklyn Prodigies earlier on that they had travel issues, but not due to them being scared or anything like that. But oh my gosh, the Vanilla Gorilla and the Big Dog and the Untouchables just inserted themselves into this tag team.
Elbows harder than a steel trash can. One shot, knock 'em flat on sight. Two beasts bred for the spotlight fight. They can talk tough, bark loud all night, but in the ring, we bite and we bite right. We are untouchables, NY bred. Two fists swinging, leave legends dead. Joey bring the rage, Dave bring the brain. Together we storm like a runaway train. Untouchable, New York style. We on tap, we make 'em snap. We don't tap, we make 'em snap.
Yo, what is up? What is up? Happy Sunday, fun day. I am the Big Dog. This is the Vanilla Gorilla. And I don't know where the OG went.
He is there, but he's not there right now.
But we are Turnbuckles and Stogies Pod. Follow us on all streaming networks, all streaming platforms. And as once again, check us out. We are the hottest wrestling and cigar podcast for the last 5 years, baby.
4 years.
4 years, going on 5.
Three
So
going on
let's
4,
go.
4 going on 5. But there's a few things today that we're going to talk about. Our guests are here. I think the biggest news coming out of the weekend
Is the W
is the releases. Is the releases that came about after what, 20 years, 15, 20 years?
Yes, sir.
Kofi Kingston has departed the WWE. Since he's been signed, this is the very first time he's parted ways or even gotten let go. Him and Xavier decided to, see themselves out after some restructuring.
Well, let's get it straight. They wanted them to take a pay cut. I'm not taking a pay
No, it's not so much a pay cut. They wanted them to restructure into a TKO deal instead of their deals they were already in and have been in for however many years now.
Because I'm going to tell you, if that was me, I'd tell them, nah, I'm good.
So I think that's probably the biggest name that has parted ways or been released since the cuts have happened.
Yes.
Then
you had Zelina, her husband.
Those are kind of expected because they don't use them as much. The New Day was kind of involved in some storylines, so it's a little crazy that they were let go. But yeah, the New Day is officially gone. The only member left standing is Big E.
So after the 90 days, anybody wants the New Day, hit me up and I'll get it for you. How about that? Woo-hoo!
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. After the 90 days, I don't know if they got 90 days, 60 days, 30 days. We don't know. They might have 120. I mean, we don't know what their contract is like. But I can tell you that here he is. Here he is. There he is.
There he is.
What's up, boys?
What's up?
What's going on?
Just had to wait for connectivity here. So if you lose me, I understand if you cut me out. It's cool.
Where you going to play poker?
Yeah, I'm up in the boondocks. I am in, and so So everybody knows I am, if my winning today, 100% is going to mental health services within the VA organization. So I'm donating it all.
Very nice. Very, very nice. Hopefully you win. As
Listen,
always.
just get my $100, bitch.
Yeah, that is probably the biggest news coming out of the wrestling world as of this weekend. The New Day is no longer there. There's talks that I just read somewhere that Roman is the next one gone.
Roman ain't going.
That's not what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that he might be gone because they want him to restructure too, and their deals and talks have broke down. Roman doesn't need that. Roman can go do movies just like Rock and Cena and everybody else has done. Roman has built himself an empire.
Oh yeah.
JC wasn't really part of the actual Royals family tree.
So I guess we make the announcement now.
You're losing.
So yes, so guys, so you seen a post 2 weeks ago about
Gotta wait for my connectivity.
a special event that's going on with myself and my son, and I don't mean to disrespect OG, but this was done before he came back. So we are releasing limited deals,
Limited
edition 4 cigars, $100.
No, 100. It's 110.
110 shipped.
But that covers us to pay our shipper. That covers the shipping costs. That covers all of our basic necessities to be able to ship it properly to you.
The video will go up this week.
So just shoot us a DM.
You shoot me or Joey.
Payment info to you.
You guys hear me okay?
Yep, we can hear you. We will get the payment info over to you. But yeah, so our shipper, we spoke to him. We have to include his price
audio for some reason.
in our cost. So while it's going to cost you 110 shipped, but that includes your cigars, all your proper shipping costs, your proper shipping materials.
Well, not sure what happened, boys, but I lost my audio.
We hear you.
We hear you. I can hear you, sir.
We hear you.
I can hear you and see you. So it includes everything for your cigars, your bags, your
Bovita pack.
Your Bovita pack. If you want bundles, you got to hit us up and let us know in advance.
And then we'll get the pricing for you.
Get the pricing for you. Just send us a message. DM us, TurnbucklesnStogiespodcast.
And just so you know, it's going to be no. Don't send an email. Shoot me a DM on Instagram. It's not hard to find us. But it'll be 110 shipped. Like I said, that covers everything. You'll get a Maduro Robusto, a Maduro Toro, a Habano Robusto, and a Habano Toro. We tried to get a 5th cigar, but there were some issues when they came in. Some shipping issues, not from us and them. It was shipping issues delivery wise. There was a lot of messed up cigars in the bundles, and they didn't want to sell them to us or sell them to you guys. It worked out. It's 4-pack. Like I said, limited run, $110 shipped. And that's just the pre-order pricing. You guys have a month from today to do it.
1 month.
So between 3 and 4 weeks. So shoot, let's just say we start now. Let's just say shoot for the beginning of June.
June 3rd.
We'll start to cut it off.
June 3rd is my anniversary, by the way. I'll take 3 cigars and some beers.
And by the time that happens, after that, it'll be, by the time everything is said and done, it'll be 110 for the pre-order, And then as we get closer to the end, it'll be 115, I think it'll cost us.
115 up.
115 by the end of it. You'll be pre-orders 110, and then that last week it's 115 because his pricing goes up because we get closer to the release date.
Yes, and we, as distributors,
we didn't set our pricing.
We are paying the same price you are.
Yes.
So don't get it twisted.
We're not distributors.
We are brokers.
We're not even brokers. We're dealing with a broker.
Oh, we're dealing with a broker.
We're dealing with a broker.
So
they approached us to do the cigars.
So we are paying the same price you are.
Yes.
So don't get it twisted and think, hey, these guys are fucking. No, we're not. We're not.
Yes. So we are paying the same price you are. These are his pricing. We set the pricing for the cigars. He set the pricing for the shipping. These are his guidelines that we have that we're following because he's our shipper and our broker. So yeah, so it's $110 pre-order. As we hit that last week, it'll be $115.
And if we do good,
and then
who knows?
You might see another release by the end of the summer.
By the end of the summer, maybe beginning of spring.
Well, I got no audio.
Yeah, you do. I can hear you.
All right, guys. I won't keep bogging down the show. You guys have a good show. I'll talk to you later.
He can't hear us.
All right.
I know what it is now. He can't hear us.
Well, he told me 12 o'clock, so that's his own fault.
No, but he can't hear us, is what he's saying. So his audio, we're not sure what's going on.
All right, guys, so
he apparently can't hear us.
We're going to take our break and come back with our special guest today. Pick one.
Can I have a second?
I was broken for a while, a drop of blood for every mile I'm on. I took all that they gave and lived to fight another day. But if today is all I get, I'll make my mark and you can bet that I'll never surrender. On this life, and I'll never surrender. On this life, I can't change the past, but I can change how the story turns. 'Cause it's not mistakes that make us, but the lessons learned. Because what doesn't kill me will make me stronger in the end. And I'll never surrender. On this life, and
life. And even if I fall, I'll get back up, standing tall again, with a medal on my chest. God knows I've done my best, because what doesn't kill me will make me stronger in the end. And I'll never surrender on this life. 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 On this life.
What is up? What is up? We are back with Turnbuckles and Stogies Pod. Follow us on all streaming networks. And this week, we have a special guest, friend of ours, 4 Johns Apparel.
The interview of the week is brought to you by Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
What is up? What is up, everybody?
Hey, there we are.
What is going on, guys? How are y'all?
What? We can't hear you. Yeah, we can't hear you. No, just kidding.
You wise guys. No, we're just trying to, so you can see us, we're trying to put our curtain back up because I ripped it down the other night.
Yeah, well, I told you not to.
Well, you know, it is what it is. You know how father and sons are. So, guys, how you guys doing today?
Real good. How about you?
We're doing well. Where you guys located?
So right now, I live in Maryland. He lives in Western Pennsylvania.
Okay.
But we're originally from Jersey. I grew up in Jersey. I grew up in Staten Island and a stopover in Florida, and then went to make my way to Jersey. Down the shore, Bricktown area.
Okay, that's cool. So let me ask you a question. Give me a second.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Ask it. Go stand over here.
So
I'm gonna do this.
Where did you guys come up with the name, and what do you guys do for your average Joe Schmuckatellis like me and my son?
Go ahead, you go. So, my son is actually the 4th generation John in our family. My grandfather, his father's named John. He's a John. I'm a John. We're no seconds. We all have different middle names. So the 4 Johns came kind of naturally. That there's 4 Johns in the family. So that's kind of how we came up with 4 Johns, because there's 4 of us. So be around names, and 4 Johns came. Yeah, there's 4 of us. So it's real easy to say 4 Johns, because here we go. And as for what we do is we make, my father works at a cigar shop out in Western Pennsylvania. Clarion Cigar and Pipes out in Clarion.
Shout out.
Yeah, PA. So he works out there, and I was kind of looking for some like cigar shirts or something for a birthday, and there wasn't much out there, and I've always
There
had
we
kind of
go.
a creative outlet. And I used to do pottery prior. I've done some graphic design. I used to design hockey jerseys.
Okay.
And, and there wasn't really that much, so I'm like, hey, this is kind of a market opportunity. I'm like, hey, it's something I can get into. Kind of spoke to him a little bit, and he said, yeah, there's not much in this area, so kind of beat our heads together and just start doing it.
So, who have you made in? I know your logo is. We make apparel for cigar porns and
Cigar aficionados.
And assholes.
No, smartasses.
Smartasses, the same thing. Assholes, smartasses.
All the same, yeah.
So, who have you made stuff for that the cigar world will know?
So we haven't done anything with like major brands yet. We're still getting our feet off the ground. We just kind of, I think, started in September.
Yeah.
So we're really just trying to get the brand out there. We worked the Smoke and Sounds podcast a little bit. We've done a few small shops. His shop, we do some one-off that's only available in his shop.
Event shirts.
Event shirts, yeah. So right now we're still really just trying to build the brand out, trying to get our name out there. That's kind of where we're at right now. And we're happy to do. We've done some unit designs for military, a few firehouses we've done some designs for. So we're always happy to do like one-off designs. That's a benefit of still being a really small company. We can do those one-off designs. If somebody wants to do something small run. What I usually tell people is anything under 50, it's still beneficial to use somebody like us. If you're going to go over 50, it's not worth it to use us. I'm happy to tell people that. I'm happy to point people if there's going to be a more cost-effective way. We're not out there trying to rip people off. If it's cheaper to use someone else, we're happy to point you in that better direction. Again, we're not out there trying to rip people off, but if it's a small run, we're happy to work with whomever to do that. But for major companies, it's not cost effective to use a small company like us.
So, if myself and my son said, "Hey, let's do a run of 20 T-shirts," can that be done by you?
Absolutely, and we can do it. If you don't want to hold inventory, we can host a pop-up shop. That's kind of how we do it because, again, we're not in a space right now where we hold inventory. We do everything print on demand, so we don't hold much inventory in-house. Everything's as its orders being printed and shipped out. So if somebody small like yourself doesn't want to hold that inventory, we can host that pop-up, and as it's printed, it's being shipped and sent out that way. So you don't have to spend $1,000 printing shirts up front.
And the turnaround is still pretty quick. There's not a big delay in it at all.
Yeah, usually shirts are out within a week.
So what we would basically do is what you're saying is like, here's what we're looking at. Let's, like if we wanted to do it, we said, hey, here's what the design we're looking at. And then we send it to you guys. And then once it goes up, people can order it. And then it ships directly from you is what I'm kind of understanding, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So either if you have a design in mind, we can design that up for you. Or again, if you have something already designed, we can do that. We put that around the shirt for you and get it shipped out. It's usually about 1 week turnaround from when somebody orders it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So tell us what you did to build this luxurious Fort John's apparel.
Yeah, so so I wanted to make sure what we were printing on was a good quality. I used a couple different vendors. I really wanted to make sure what we were putting out there wasn't crap. So we tried a couple different vendors, and we really ran through the ringer. I personally sat there and ran stuff through the washing machine over and over again, make sure what we're shipping out to people wasn't crap. I want to make sure it was something that people want to wear. Make sure designs themselves are stuff that people want to wear. Designs always get run by friends, family. Anything I put out, there's not AI. It's all designed by myself. I have a little bit, again, as I said, I design hockey jerseys. I have a graphic design background. So that's all goes into the work. It's all hand designed. I have Adobe on my computer. That's how everything gets started. So that's really what goes into it. I don't know if you want to talk a little bit about it.
Yeah, we did an order from the cigar shop, Clarion Cigar and Pipe, and it's all very custom, very local, just to the shop. Like the owner's face on the back with several quotes that he's been known to say, and they sold really well, and people like them, especially in that group, because every shirt means something to them. Everybody's had these experiences with him. His name is Ahmed. I know he's going to watch this later on, so I have to say hello to him. But and it just the quality of the shirts are good. I mean, I've got one that I must have washed it 40 times already, and it holds up. It looks good. As long as they keep me away from the bleach, I'm okay. But
you don't want to put a little bleach there and get a little tie dye or nothing?
I did with one. Being a fairly recent widower, it's like I'm learning how to do laundry again, and I was like, oh, okay, I got it.
So, John, Big John.
Yeah.
What are you retired, or is this like your part-time gig, or?
Yeah, it's like my retirement gig. I'm retired from the Port Authority Police, New York and New Jersey. Did 20 years almost exclusively at Newark Airport, but it's a pretty major department in the New York area. Although we get overshadowed by NYPD because they're just so 30,000 cops, we can't compete with that. But it's a bi-state agency. We're state police in both New York and New Jersey, and it was a pretty good gig. Yeah, it was.
So you're retired like I'm retired. I made a year on April 30th, so I'm a year and 3 days retired, which I love it. I love it. Thank you. But
I've been retired going on 19 years.
It's
retirement's a good gig. They just pay me to never come back to work. It's good.
Like people say, you're always out working. I said I am.
Yep.
And guess what? I go out and I work for myself. I want to do DoorDash and make $100 to go buy cigars. I make DoorDash and I do $100 to buy cigars.
Yep.
So, I mean, so help me out here, son.
You got any questions? No.
This is father and son and father and son. Let's talk.
I was letting you talk.
See, this is why, John. This is why you don't have a father and son together.
So how did you guys get into cigars and then wanting to do the apparel side of things?
So I'll let you start the cigars. You got me into it.
All right. My old partner at work, Joe, we used to do the crash fire rescue at Newark Airport. And so we'd be out in the garage for like 1 o'clock in the morning, and he was going to have a cigar with me? Like, nah. How long is it going to take? Oh, about 3 hours. Well, that cuts into my nap time. I'm not doing that. We went on a cruise together with his wife, my wife, and there were about 6 or 8 other guys. And it was his birthday. His wife bought him a box of Cubans. He's like, come on, you have to have a good cigar. So I sat down, my late wife sat down, we're like 12 of us at a table, and we both just enjoyed it. And so by the time we got home, we were buying our own cigars. We started hitting up events out at Famous Smoke Shop with the guys over there at the Leaf in Easton, and started going to events, started to meet people in the business, and I just wanted to get in the business. Somehow I wanted to get in the business. And my wife passed away, it's going on 4 years now. And I just started hanging out at the cigar shop just because it was the only one near me. Nowhere else to go, just trying to kill time. Wound up doing his social media for him. Wound up doing some other stuff for him. And he's like, you want to work for me? No, I really don't want to work. You want to throw me a free cigar now and then? That's cool. And I've been at it now almost 4 years. So and it's just a great business to be in. Become friends with a bunch of producers, a bunch of brand owners, and it's a great business to be in. The people are just outstanding.
Well, first of all, I want to give you my condolences.
Thank you.
I was there with my wife. She's still around. I was there about 5 years ago with her. She was in a hospital. She was on life support. My son was taking care of my daughter. And then in February, I was at work. I was a manager of.
It's your first day.
My first day.
It's orientation.
I caught 2 strokes.
At least two.
At least 2 strokes. So I'm gonna work for myself. God bless all you guys that can retire and sit around and do nothing, because I can't sit. Even if I was making $1 million a month, I'm not sitting around and do nothing because it gets boring.
Yeah, exactly.
So, do you have anything that you can show everybody what you're wearing? Maybe a shirt?
I think we're both got.
Both wearing it, and I have a shirt that hasn't been released yet that I have on right now. This is going to be an exclusive shirt. We're doing an event up at his shop
May 22nd.
So this is going to be a shirt that's going to be released for that. And it should be on sale a couple weeks after that event. It's going to be on sale to the public.
And what's the price on them?
So all of our t-shirts are $25. That's no matter what front print, back print, that's kind of the price point we try to keep all of our shirts at. We try to keep it affordable for everyone. So
you know what? That's good because you get a lot of these websites that are doing what you guys are doing, and they're charging, $45, $50 a shirt, and it's like, can you really, like, I don't know how that works, but I know that a lot of times if they're charging that much, sometimes it's very expensive, or they're not dealing with certain manufacturers of shirts or stuff like that, or they're dealing with low quantities.
Right. Like we have a guy that's going to come on House of Apparel, and again, he's a veteran-owned company. He's going through a big thing with him and his wife. I believe they got a divorce. He had to give it half the company, blah, 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 blah. So he's going to do our shirts for us. Matter of fact, I got him up in a little while. But, yeah, so, our show, everybody says, oh, you got a script. And no disrespect, I don't do scripts. I shoot off the hip. If you don't like what I say, tell me shut the fuck up.
Yep.
Fair enough.
So definitely we keep all of our shirts $25. We do have one budget shirt. It's like an introductory shirt. So if someone's iffy about trying our stuff or wants to see quality, we always keep one shirt at $15. So it's a little bit different. We don't do like the inside print on the inside of tag. So if somebody's not sure about and just wants to try it out before they get into something else, we do have a $15 shirt that we always keep listed. So that is like, you've heard about us, but you're not really sure. You haven't seen our stuff yet. There is that $15 shirt as an introductory shirt.
So now, do you have a website?
Yes, it's 4 johnsapparel.com. We're also on Etsy as well. The website is backed by Etsy because I know some people, we're a little bit weary about new companies. So we keep everything backed by Etsy, so you don't have to worry about, shady websites, this or that. Everything is backed by Etsy, so if you don't get what you want, you go deal with Etsy and put the claim in. You will get the stuff. You don't have to worry about that. But again, if you are weary because we are a new company, everything is backed by Etsy. I want to make sure because, you see a new company, you don't know.
Right.
So now,
those is Russia. We're not those from Russia. We're right here. We're in Maryland. But
let me ask you this question. So I am the CEO of my company. Ask me what I do. I say, hey, Joey, this needs to be done. How does that work with you and your dad?
He's my mascot. Yeah, he basically takes care of all the day-to-day stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, he knows enough people in the industry where he helps get the word out. So that's kind of how it works. He knows a lot more people in the industry than I do, so he's helping spread the word a lot more than I'm able to because of his connections. So as for getting the word out about the company, he does a lot more of that than I can. So I do the more the creative side of the company.
So basically, you are the CEO, the COO, and he is just your promoter.
Yeah,
that works.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah.
I like that. And
John, I love that. John.
I'm paid accordingly.
I think we're still losing money at this point. Yeah.
So, what are you guys smoking today?
Great, you go first.
I have an All Saints St. Francis from Mickey Peg.
Nice.
Okay.
It's up here. Camera's up here.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and I'm doing a Blanco Prince Hall.
Okay.
That's actually a really good smoke. We actually had
I'm smoking a La Cavadas.
we had Blanco on. We had David Blanco on when he I think it was right before he released that cigar.
Yes.
All right, we got to go then because I won't be on any podcast that Dave Blanco's on.
No. we have a little bit of history of Dave Blanco.
We had him on.
He's a good friend.
Jesus,
Yeah.
what was it? A year ago?
We had him on over a year ago.
About a year ago now.
He's got such an interesting family story if you really get down.
Yes, he does.
He's a real interesting guy. I've known him now for like 15 years, and he came up to an event at the store and he started telling his family story, and I'm like, I've never heard any of this stuff before. It was just, it's really, really a fascinating story.
And you know, it's fascinating when you have people like yourself and things like that. When I go to events or Joey goes to an event, if I can't make it or he can't make it, but that's not how it works, because if he goes, I go. If I go,
well,
he goes.
there's been times.
Yeah. There's been times when
I've gone and you haven't gone, you've gone and I haven't gone.
But you know, when you meet somebody and they're like, "Oh, how do you know this person?" I'm like, "He's a good friend of ours." Oh, and so what do I do? What does Joey do? I call him up and say, "Hey, John, how you doing?" "Oh, I'm all right. How's everything?" "All right."
Yeah.
"Them shirts ready?" "Yeah." "Okay, thanks, bud. Bye." And I hang up the phone. They go, "Who was that?" I said, "The owner of the place I told you." And they're like,
I told you I knew him. Yeah.
You know, and that's basically what we do. So
this cigar is delicious. I'm smoking the 6x50, the 6x60 or 56 version of Domain Cigars Attenuation. It's their Connecticut. Daniel was on our show probably a few months back. We did like a 3.5-hour interview.
Well,
nice.
He did a 3.5-hour interview. I did an hour.
He is the first vertically
Just an empty
integrated.
seat sitting there.
He's the first vertically integrated cigar factory in Nicaragua.
This guy quit his job, bought a factory over in Nicaragua.
Built it from the ground up.
He
does everything in-house but boxes.
He goes, "I'll be there in like 2 minutes." I said, "Bro, take your time." He goes, "I'm going to be there." And I see him setting everything. I said, "What are you doing?" He goes, "Setting up." I said, "What are you setting up?" He goes, "I'm getting ready." I said, "Bro, you just need a microphone and a cigar."
Well, he had his boxes to show us, and you know, he set up in their conference room. But his story is another one that's a very interesting story. If you ever have a chance to sit down with him, his story is he was a computer IT guy. He got into cigars. He wound up leaving that job. He moved everything to Nicaragua.
He's not even married.
Like, he moved there. He lives right next to his factory. He's like vertically integrated from top to bottom. He does everything in his house, in-house but boxes. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's just nuts. Yeah, that's a big commitment.
And especially, you know, for a new, smaller company who's only been around a little while, he came on the show, and then after PCA, I had a package show up at my house, and he sent me a bag of cigars.
Wait, so no, he didn't have it show up. So no, this package kept saying it's coming, it's coming,
but
it's coming.
It did just show up.
There was no name, there was nothing on it, and then I'm like, what the hell is this box coming? So I had to drop him back off of work. I had to pick my daughter up. I come home, and there's a box behind the salt thing on the terrace. I'm like, who the hell is this? What is it? And I forget the name, and I'm like,
it was Lujo Concepts or something like that.
Who the hell is it?
Which is his, I believe, his cutter company.
Right. So I'm like, who the hell is this? So I open it up. It's a bag of cigars, and I'm like, Joe, did you order cigars? He goes, no, I didn't. I said, well, we got cigars from Domain Cigars. He goes, what? I said, yeah. He goes, no. I said, I'm not posting nothing. I said, you do all of that stuff. I only post
when
I smoke.
When I came home, I opened it. I looked. He sent us a letter, you know, thanking us for everything and pushing the cigars and letting us know the show went great and stuff like that. And
That's great.
You know, I sent him a message, and I was like, you know what, thank you. Like, you didn't have to do this. You know, we appreciate it. It was, you know, unexpected, but, you know, always appreciative of packages like that.
Yeah.
Because it shows that, you know, people are seeing what we're doing, and, you know, they like the content we're putting out and the promotion we're doing for their cigars. So they're sending them and saying, hey, you know, keep doing what you're doing, keep posting the great cigars, putting out the content you're putting out there, and introducing people to, you know, like the guys over at Smoking Sounds, because I talk to them all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Me and Sean go back and forth all the time.
So shout out to our radio station, MB Radio. Shout out to TPA,
Military Broadcast Radio.
Military Broadcast Radio. Shout out to TPA. Shout out to
everybody watching on Roku and Amazon. We're all over it. Y'all know how to check us out. So, guys, on that note, we're going to take a however long little break he hits the video for. And we'll be right back with Smoking for John's Apparel.
Yo, what is up? What is up? We are back here at Turnbuckles and Stogies Pod. Follow us on all streaming networks: Amazon, Roku, Spotify.
Roku and Amazon, they got to download the MBR app.
Download MBR. As you see my MBR shirt. So we are back today with 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 Johns.
4?
4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
4? Okay, 4.
So, what was I going to ask him?
I don't know. You didn't tell me.
I forgot.
Yes, you did.
I'm sorry, guys. I've been up since yesterday.
So, being that you guys, had kind of gotten into, once you guys had gotten into cigars, as of what do you guys prefer to smoke? Like, do you prefer full body, medium, preferred size? What are your go-to cigars?
Cigars?
I tend to smoke guys that I know. If you have a relationship, it just, when you walk into a humidor, you can get overwhelmed. And I tend to go, so we like to have events up at the shop so that the customers get to know the blenders, they get to know the manufacturer, and it becomes like a personal thing. We had Mickey Peg up from All Saints, and the cigars are like flying off the shelves. Everybody likes him. They like him as a person. They love the cigars, and the price point is perfect for our crowd. You gotta find out what the niche is for your group. There's no sense putting a $25 cigar in the humidor if it's going to sit there for 3 years. And it's the same with Blanco. Blanco's right in our price point where we need them. And I tend to go, if I'm smoking for pleasure, I'm picking up a Blanco or an All Saints at this point. I like a nice bold cigar. I like a girthy cigar because it'll last me through a hockey game. I don't have to get up and get another one. And that's kind of where I go.
Yeah, I think for me it depends. It really depends. Usually at home, I'm smoking when the kids are outside, so I'm limited on time on how long they're gonna last outside. So I'm grabbing something short, something that I can. I'm not gonna care too much if I have to put out quickly.
Right.
So I know my hockey team did a small run with Blanco, so I have a ton of those. So that's why I've been smoking a lot. Again, big thank you to Dave Blanco for helping us out with those. If I'm out and about and have the time to sit down, I prefer a boutique cigar over a bigger brand. I'm always trying to support a smaller guy. I'm always leaning towards a veteran company over a non-veteran company. That's just personal preference. So I've been leaning towards a lot like HDA, Rim 101s, Blancos. Again, I'm always trying to support a veteran company over not. And that's just personal preference for me.
So now,
Another one I'll throw out real quick is Karen Berger cigars, because if I don't mention them, Bruce Bush will come up and harass me.
I'm trying to get Karen on too.
They make some. She makes some very good cigars.
I'm trying to get her on. So let me ask you this, John.
Yeah.
Do you guys like boutique cigars or you guys like major label?
I'm more into the boutique.
Yeah,
stuff.
I'm in the boutique as well.
That's kind of what we got a pretty good boutique selection in the humidor at our place, and I tend to enjoy them. You get more of a personal relationship out of it.
And that's where I tell people.
That's kind of how this
boutique
podcast
cigars.
started.
That's how the
really.
podcast started, and I wasn't part of the podcast when it first started. It was my son, another guy that is always welcome because he started it with my son.
Because this basically started during COVID. Me and him wanted to do a podcast.
Okay.
We tried to figure out how to do it. We couldn't figure it out. We just I bought like the old Zoom recorder microphones. I couldn't figure out how to use it. Like I gave up. On Instagram, me and another guy used to get on and talk wrestling and smoke cigars and stuff like that. This is all during COVID. We brought on our other co-host that was here for a short while, who left today. And then we brought my dad in, and then the guy that had kind of started it with me, he kind of phased out because he had his own stuff going on. He was getting ready to have a baby, and I think he's gone through some.
This is like his 8th baby.
I think he's gone through some stuff since then.
He doesn't have a lot of spare time.
Yeah, and then the three of us kind of ran it, and then our other co-host left, and then it was me and him, and it it took off for us when, during COVID, when we had made friends with a lot of these boutique vendors, like Ish from BAMF.
Shout out to Ish.
Oh my God! During COVID, we made, as far as boutiques go, we made like so many friends that we were able to kind of take it and run with it. And then we met the guys over at MB Radio, which is a veteran-owned radio station. They give veterans and first responders a voice. Being that our other co-host was a veteran and he was a first responder, they brought us on.
Yeah, I used to belong to New Hamburg Fire Department here. I was there from 2008. I left after I was down at 9/11. I left.
Thank you for being
then
here.
Then I went back, and then I left again because it was just. Listen, I'm not going to respond to your house at 3 o'clock in the morning because you got a nosebleed.
Yeah, that was
Stick your head in a freezer.
That was when they sent the fire department and ambulances for a nosebleed. And he was like, "Yeah, I'm done."
And they're like, "Why?"
Turn it into cabs.
Basically,
they're like, "Why are you leaving?" I said, "Bro, I can't do this every day." I said, "This is getting out of hand."
And you were working your regular job.
My regular job.
Going in sometimes 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning.
It just gets crazy. But so I was looking at. Well, Joey had up your site for Stogies, and I was looking at the T-shirts that you did for.
Smoking Sounds.
Smoking Sounds.
With the two of them kind of like laughing and smoking and stuff like that. Yeah.
So if you took a picture of us right now.
We have a few different pictures we could send.
I understand, but can I finish my conversation?
Go ahead. These kids have
this
no
is what
respect.
I'm talking about, John. John, this is why kids.
I know.
Zip their lip once in a while.
Because sometimes you say right then and there, and then it's
so
many better pictures.
If you took a picture of us right now while we're smoking a cigar, and you sent that to us, what do you think it'll look like on? My color would be a black shirt, cut off sleeves, and he would be, and I'm not being funny, a size like.
No, it ain't got nothing to do with the sizes. The sizes ain't got nothing to do with anything.
Okay, so what would that be?
Well, depending on how you want it to look, I could definitely do it.
Right.
Depends what style you guys want. You want it to look like a cartoon? You guys want it a caricature? I mean, I can do however you guys want. We can
I want it to look like me.
Well, it'll look like you still, dummy.
So we can even take a real picture and put it on a shirt. I just did that at one of my fun story. I play in a disabled veterans hockey team out of Philly, and so real fun story. If you guys ever watched that documentary about the Danbury Trashers?
About who?
The Danbury Trashers, where the team got shut down when the team got shut down because
somebody in the industry might have owned the team.
Somebody in a certain unspeakable affiliation up in Connecticut may have owned the team, but he was a captain of that team. So we found his picture because he was a captain. He was the captain of that team, and we found his picture from when he's playing, and we put it on T-shirts for the tournament we went down to. We all walked into the tournament wearing his team picture from when he was in the 30s.
That's awesome.
So we all, I'll send you guys the pictures on the back end. So it's a bunch of us wearing his face on T-shirts.
That's cool. That's cool. No, I like what I really do enjoy what you guys do because like I said, Smoking Sounds, we kind of connected through, seeing him post with some wrestling stuff and talking. And then, I saw you guys were doing a lot with them and I was like, oh, well, and then that's when I kind of reached out to you guys and I'm like, hey, why don't we, bring you guys on and have you on here to talk to the people and kind of help promote your business and kind of give them a backstory on you guys because we like promoting the smaller businesses like the boutique cigar companies, like the smaller apparel companies.
Correct.
Because those are the guys that we look to work with at some point, whether it's, doing cigars or, making shirts or hats or, anything.
Yeah, we
Well, that's
definitely.
like-
we
That's
definitely
like
appreciate
Joey
it.
said
Okay.
to me. That's like Joey said to me when he showed me the picture. He goes, "I think we're gonna have them do something for us." I said, "Well,
Because I have a
I
few.
said let's wait till after the show because I'm probably gonna go to bed by 12:30 after the show because I'm exhausted. But we'll work something out. You guys let us know. We got your number. We'll hit you up."
Because I already basically played around with, as I call it, Chat GPT.
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
I played around with it, and I came up with a design I was looking for. But it was just, trying to play around with it and make it on your own sometimes is a pain. So I was like, I sent them the picture. I'm like, take this, get rid of this, put this in here. I had I came up with the back of the shirt. Like because I was eventually, because we deal with Spreadshirt right now. We dealt with them for a couple of years now, a year or two now.
Yeah.
Because somebody had kind of turned us on to them, was like, listen, go, they do all the, like you guys, printing on demand. They don't keep the stock. It's fresh printed. It's shipped to them.
So if you guys ordered from Spreadsheet
and you guys collect, basically the way we did it was like, we were trying to draw in revenue. So it was like, you put up the stuff, they sell it, you collect, whatever the profit is. We kind of strayed away from promoting the merchandise, not in a bad way. They make great stuff. I still have my hat. I mean, like you guys,
I got a tank top.
We had a tank top made. And dude, I think we've ran that through the washer. We've put bleach on it because, you drop stuff while you're smoking, whatever.
Yeah.
And that thing it hasn't faded. It hasn't thinned out. And it was crazy because I'm a taller guy. So, to find tank tops that fit,
6'7".
I ordered him like a 2 or a 3X tank top. I put it on one day and it was big on me.
Nice, yeah.
So I was like, I went out when I wore it that day. I'm like, listen, I'm going to wear this on purpose to show you guys. I'm like, this size will fit a bigger guy.
And it belongs to me.
I was like, this will fit a bigger guy because everybody was asking me, how does the shirts fit? I'm like, here's your tank top. And I literally took it and I was like, there you go. I stretched it. I'm like, and I still have room to probably put another person in here.
Nice.
And I love when I can, like you guys, run it through those tests with the design print on it to see how it, it holds up over time. And we've had it probably a year now.
So
and
now,
it's still the same as when we originally bought it. Granted, it's not our new logo. It's our very first original logo that our producer in Colorado for MB Radio had made for us.
So John, let me ask you this question, being that you're the guy that does all of that. So we have our very first logo, just me and my son, and it hasn't worn out. Like I gotta find it. It's probably down.
It's buried somewhere.
Yep.
But if it doesn't blend in once it's dry and it doesn't rip up, that is a good thing, correct?
Yeah. You want it to look like the day you got it.
Okay.
And that's kind of what we were looking for when we started working with vendors and trying everything out. I wanted to get, like any other shirt, or you go to the store and you buy a shirt, you don't want something that's going to start fading on you. You want it to look like, unless, some shirts I do design to look like this one, I want to look worn. That's kind of style I was going for this one.
Right.
But if you want a shirt that doesn't look worn, you don't want it to look worn in 6 months, a year. You want it to still look new.
Right.
So that's kind of that's what I was hoping for. And the first For John shirt that I ever had made still looks the same way it did when it first came in. And I got a bright blue shirt.
What about your father? Does he say the same thing?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, let me give you guys a quick wrestling story. I think you'd appreciate it. This is back in the 80s. I was working, when I first went to the airport, we were all out there doing traffic. It's about 2 o'clock, and we got to know the wrestlers because that was when they were doing 5 shows a week. They were all, traveling all the time. And me and my partner standing out, just hanging out, trying to kill some time. Nobody's there. And see this guy coming down the staircase with, if I remember correctly, it was like a maroon tracksuit, like an Adidas sweatsuit on. And he's walking towards us, and I'm looking at him. He looks familiar. I'm trying to figure out who he is. The kids get closer, and he walks up and he goes, hey, brother, can you tell me how to get the budget rent-a-car? And I look up and I went, Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man. He's like, I'm like, where's Virgil? Where's the limo? What's going on? He's like, dude, I'm really tired. I just want to go home and get to sleep.
I've just had enough. Let me go to bed.
That's funny because I met Virgil. I was working years ago.
God rest his soul.
I was working for a car dealership over in Rockland County.
Okay.
And I was delivering parts to a dealership right on 59 or 52, whatever it is. And I pull in and I'm like, God damn, I know that dude. And I'm like, and I go over to the guy, I give him his stuff. I say, yo, is that Virgil? He goes, what do you mean is that Virgil? I said, that's Virgil from WWE. Yeah, I don't know. You can go ask him. I go over, I said, Virgil. He goes, yes, sir. How you doing, sir? I'm like, I'm okay, sir.
Jones.
I said, so what's the problem? He goes, oh, I just got a flat. They're going to fix it. I said, how much are they fixing it for? And he goes, $250. I said, bro, $250. You better be getting 4 tires. He goes, no, I'm getting 1. I said, bro, stop. This man gets it for free. He goes, what do you mean? I said, I just delivered you $300 worth of parts. That shit is free. And they were like, well, I said, Virgil, I'll be right back. And, it's just funny because I run into people that I know from the wrestling business.
Yeah.
That it's crazy because people like in the cigar business too, like, how do you know him? What'd you do with him? I wrestled him. I was on a card with him.
Yeah.
So it's just crazy how the wrestling and the cigar world all combined to one.
Yeah. Before I went on the job, I was an auxiliary on Staten Island. And we had an emergency service truck, so they used to pull us for details. And they were doing the high school venues then. And like we did security for Andre the Giant versus Big John Studd. And John Studd walks into the ring with his hand on my shoulder as we're walking through the crowd. And I look back and I'm like, they love you, John. He's like, yeah. Everybody's throwing stuff at him, But at the airport, it was great. Randy Savage, he was always through. And it was like there were a bunch of guys. Paul Horndorf used to come through a lot. And it was a good time.
And it's always interesting, when you get to work with them, like you said, as a security guard or something, because you see a completely different side of the business rather than being in the airport, seeing the guys, all right, guys, see you next week, whatever. Now you're actually there and seeing how it all kind of unfolds, and you see who really is the bad guys, like when John's getting stuff thrown at him.
Yeah.
That shows you how much of a bad guy he is and how much the people hated him.
Yeah.
Which, like you said, that means they like you.
Yep.
That means you're doing your job properly.
And we were right at ringside, so you could hear them giving their cues to each other, what's coming up next, and I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And it was really fun. It was a good time.
And a lot of that back then was all called in the ring. Yes, a lot of that back then.
Yes.
There was no now and what I tell people too is it's like a cigar. You know what the finished product is going to be. You know what the finish of that cigar is going to be. It's the work to get to that payoff.
Yeah,
it's like a storyline in wrestling. Right. You start here and you work and work and work and work and work until you get that payoff of a finished product like this that you can put out into the market and people are smoking and stuff like that.
So John, it's like we were watching a wrestling show before you guys came on, and I said to my son, I said, bro, dude's not even really hitting. He goes, what do you mean? I said, it's like when I was wrestling SD Jones down in Allentown, Allerton Avenue, 30 years ago. He goes, what do you mean? I said, I was kicking him, and SD's like, that's all you got? Make sure it's harder. Make sure. So I started kicking him. He goes, that's what I'm talking about. I want to feel it. I want to make sure that them chops hurt. And I'm like, and that's why I laugh because, if I'm hitting you and it's not selling, They're like, you're not selling. I said, bro, how am I going to sell if you're going like this? That's like my son, when he was 2 years old, hit me.
Yeah.
I said, I want to feel it. I want to chop on my chest where it's red.
It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. And if anybody tells you different, they're lying.
And he's only been in the business a year and a half.
No,
I've been doing this 25 years.
I've been doing a long time as far as like commentary and stuff like that.
I retired.
And then in 22.
I got back into it.
In 22 because he got a phone call from a friend of his.
Magic.
Which one of his trainers just passed away. I don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah, Bobby Cortez.
Yeah. He called him and was like, hey, you know, I'm booking you and Joey. And he was like, what? He goes, yeah, I'm booking the two of you. Because he'd been retired at this point probably 15 years, 20 years almost. So he's like, what are you talking about? You're booking me. He goes, yeah, I'm booking the two of you. Bro. And he's like, I was at work. And he calls me and he's like, are you sitting down? And now we all know the are you sitting down is usually something catastrophic.
Good, yeah.
So I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, yeah, I'm sitting down. What's up? He's like, what's wrong? I'm like, I don't know. You tell me. I'm like, you asked me if I was sitting down. He goes, Magic wants to book us. I said, for what? Because again, I had no idea the conversation happened. I'm thinking it's for commentary, whatever. He goes, no, he wants to book us as a tag team to wrestle. He goes, do you want to do it? I'm like, why are we still on the phone?
Yeah.
Because, you know, to me, it's I finally get to do what I've been around since I was a kid, the stuff I know, like the stuff I love and enjoy. I'm getting my opportunity to be under the bright lights.
So now, Little John, tell me this. And I hate to say Little John, but
no, you're fine. I've heard it my whole life. Don't worry.
So, tell me what made you get into doing this on like a pop-up permanent basis?
So I've always had some type of artistic outlet. I would say more so since I got out of the military. So I was medevac back in 2013, and I started getting into ceramics after that, which is a weird thing because my wife like begged me. She been doing ceramics her whole life, and I was got medevac to Walter Reed and station at Fort Belvoir, and there's a lot of like warrior outreach programs, you know, and they're using pottery as like a therapeutic thing. And I was always like, no, I don't want to do that. It's not for me, not for me. And my wife finally begged me and got me to do it, and it just clicked with me. So I was doing pottery for a long time until my daughter was born, and you can't really be a resident at a ceramic studio with a newborn. So in the midst of all this, I also took a couple graphic design classes. And I kind of need some type of artistic outlet to kind of keep myself sane. So when I was also doing the graphic design, I also designed some hockey jerseys. During that time, when I was doing the little bit of graphic design, I had a wild opportunity where I designed the U.S. Women's Paralympic sled jerseys, what they wore during the Paralympic World Cup, where they won gold in Czechia or Czech Republic. I can't remember which one. Because I had a friend on that team, and they were wearing the men's hand-me-down jerseys, which didn't fit any of the women wearing them. So it was just kind of pieces fell together where I was able to design those jerseys, which is a super cool opportunity. So after pottery, I got into photography a little bit. Just kind of, I always need to do something, some type of artistic. And then
he did not get any of this from me.
No, nor my mother. So I'm not sure where I got that any of this from. Yeah. So I was always designing something. Always doing something. So this just kind of turned into it's another way I can kind of just explore the artistic side of me. So I always need that outlet anyway. It's just a way I can just keep doing that and kind of just keep doing something I enjoy. Yeah.
How many pop-ups have you did? How many shows have you guys done so far?
So don't really do shows as much again because we really don't hold that much inventory. We do pop-ups every so often. Again, it's really as need basis. If somebody wants something made for an event, a small company. Again, we're just we're doing one for a reserve unit right now for retirement for someone. I think what else pop-ups? We did one for a small company out by at Western Pennsylvania. A small company wanted to do some company shirts, so we did pop-up for that. It's really as need basis. Our mainstay is always going to be our website. So we're always rotating designs in and out because I enjoy designing.
Right.
So as designs come up, as they hit my head, I put them up. And if something's not selling, it pulls down. Kind of do a 3-month rotation. So if it's not popular in those 3 months, it kind of rotates itself out. And, if current events or something pops up where it might come up popular again, I'll pull it back out. So it's always a backlog of stuff I have designed. I'm just waiting to put up.
That's actually kind of smart because you're rotating them and keeping things fresh, but you always have those other ones to fall back on if they become relevant or somebody wants them again.
Right. So what we do, John, is we throw out the TPA. As you can tell, Tobacco Products Association, which there was like right now I think there's almost 100 and something members.
Might even be more than that.
We were one of the top 10 members in there when they first started. And that happened because Ish was going to
so Vegas? he was going to the PCA in New Orleans the first year, not this past year, the year before. And I don't know if you guys had seen that, they couldn't smoke, whatever. So what he did is he created this association where guys like you, like us, can join, manufacturers, whatever, so that when you went, they were renting out a building so that if you go to the show and you go to Domain and this one and that one, you come back with a bag of cigars the first day and you want to smoke, you can take those cigars and go there. And if you're a member, you can get in and you guys can go in and smoke and relax and hang out.
Nice.
So he did this as a way for another association to be able to have its members go to these big shows and be able to smoke. And then, they wound up okaying the smoking and stuff at PCA. So they didn't have to go through all that, but he had it already booked out, and he was getting ready to book the building and this, he had everything
lined up,
in line. And it's him, GTO Cigars owner, Great Lakes Pipe Show, Ronnie, Kathy from Cigar Box Marketing. There's 4 or 5 heads of the
table
company that started it.
Yeah.
And it's to help out, smaller boutique companies and media outlets and stuff like that,
and
to be able to connect with retailers and consumers and stuff like that. It's a pretty cool.
It only cost us $50 to join as press. It might cost $100 for you, but they do a Zoom every Wednesday. He sets everything up, and all you got to do is tell them I sent you.
Well, what we can do too is
I can send you the link after that.
They do an open
open house,
an open house night, I think once a month or once every 2 months, and you can invite anybody. So what I can do is maybe the next time that happens, I can let you guys know, and you guys can join and just kind of see if you like what they.
$50 a person. It's $50.
If you like what they do, and if you guys want to be a part of it, then you have you're in. You kind of look, and you can ask questions and. See what it is. It's a great place to be.
Yeah, it'd be great.
We actually carry the GTO cigars up at the shop too.
Okay, yeah, Oscar's awesome.
Yeah, we're trying to get Oscar on our show.
So and being that we're talking about him, and like you guys, you never realize who's paying attention to what you're doing.
Yeah.
I was on the TPA Herf one night. I was on when we lived in our apartment, I was in the back porch. I was smoking, and Oscar was on. He jumped on. Ish was talking. I was talking. We were all kind of just laughing and joking. And, Oscar pops up and he goes, "Hey, real quick, before I hop off or whatever," he goes, "I want to jump in." He goes, "Turnbuckles and Stogies." He goes, "By the way, I watch your show. I like what you guys do."
Nice, very nice.
So it was one of those, not surreal things, but kind of holy shit, people pay attention to what you're doing.
Yeah.
And it pays off when you get somebody like him who is, you know, hey, I just want to let you know, like, I watch your stuff. It's great.
And you know,
I enjoy it. Like,
That's
you know,
nice.
and it is. It's a big payoff,
and you know,
especially
John,
when you get those guys like that are, you know, bigger in the industry that are watching it and going, listen, you're doing a great job. Keep doing it. Like, keep it up.
not
He's
only that,
another
John,
very interesting guy. Real interesting.
they don't realize.
Oh my God, insane.
They don't realize he is also
He's a legitimate doctor.
legitimate brain
Yeah.
surgeon.
Like, it's you would never think somebody who owned a company smoking cigars, you could be smoking cigars with him on a freaking Tuesday, and then 2 weeks from then he could be operating on your brain.
Yeah.
he does stuff for the CDC on infectious disease, and it's
And that's why it's always a little hard to. It's always a little hard to lock him down to come on because he is so busy.
Yes.
So, on that note, guys, we got to take another break, and we'll be right back.
A quick little break.
Oh, the spit goes out.
You know what? We haven't played this in a while.
What?
So we're gonna give a throwback commercial to our former network and one of our guys that gave us our start, Mr. Mac.
Yo, so I keep telling y'all, the boss knows every motherfucking body. Keep telling y'all that. So guess who showed up at the hotel here in Connecticut? And y'all not gonna believe this shit. Joe, they ready for this shit, Joe?
I don't know. Are they?
Y'all not gonna believe this shit, but I'm gonna show y'all who showed up. This is the CEO and founder of NESS.
And one half of the
My man.
Sports Show.
Go ahead, man.
What's going on, fellows out there? Glad to be here with my favorite wrestling podcast. I love these guys. They're unique. They're funny. And I'll tell you, they know a lot about wrestling. You got to go to the Roku channel. All you got to do, channel search on Roku TV, channel search National Streaming Sports, and you'll get their show.
So, Mac, let me ask you this. So, they can't find it. It's like the Pat McAfee show. Once ESPN take that shit off for the hour, it's done.
That's right. That's right.
So if you're not going to watch from 11 to 12:30, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. It's like being a barn. Wait, it's like being a barn smoker. If you ain't got your fucking ticket, you ain't getting in.
I know what to tell you.
Go ahead.
Go to the Turnbuckles and Stogies podcast YouTube page, and you can watch all of our back episodes from episode 5 and on.
But
the originals are on the MB Radio YouTube page.
Let me tell you something else. Go where people know. 12,430 followers.
Whoa!
On the Roku channel.
Whoa!
1,600 views a day.
I feel like Elizabeth.
I'm telling you.
Elizabeth, fat Sanford, Elizabeth. Elizabeth, I'm coming, Elizabeth.
I mean, you don't get any better than that.
Sports all day, every day, to include my favorite wrestling podcast.
Well, and there you have it, guys. Our producer from Connecticut, Mr. Mac Attack himself. And God bless us. Yo, we'll see y'all. We took a Sunday off. So we'll see y'all next week. Have a good day, guys.
All right.
That was our producer of our former sports network we were with in Connecticut. He has since passed away. He lost his battle with cancer, but that dude took great care of us, brought us on. You know, he watched our show on MB Radio, and they were looking to do a kind of a show swap. And our producer was like, "Listen, I think I have the perfect guys for you." And, we went over there. We went out to Connecticut for Barn Smoker, that was filmed in our hotel room. And he actually drove over like 25 minutes just to come meet us in person. Him and his wife.
Yeah.
The network has since went defunct. When he had passed away, I don't think his wife was ready to take on that responsibility or wasn't prepared for it. She tried to not sell it off, but find investors. And it didn't work because she didn't want to keep it. So we're not a part of them, but we keep that commercial play every so often because it's just kind of our way of, keeping him around and in the memories of the show.
Yeah, definitely.
And I mean, dude, that network, we love that network. They never bothered, like it, even MB Radio, and I love these guys. If it wasn't for H and the guys over here, we wouldn't be where we are. you know, they took us in, and you know, we do a lot with them, and like we were just a guest on their H Train show a couple weeks back to promote our podcast, promote the cigars that we have coming out. You know, and it's a great network. I mean, you know, again, this is another network where a lot of guys are veterans and first responders, and there's quite a few of them that actually smoke cigars.
Yeah, awesome.
They actually picked it up when they were in the Army or in police service, or, you know, fire service, whatever. That's how a lot of them picked it up.
Used to be part of the culture.
Yeah.
Back in like the 80s and stuff, the cigars, and of course the mustache was always there. Yeah. But yeah, it's just definitely part of that service culture. It gives you time to sit back. Nothing's going on. You can just reflect. You can sit. Or you're smoking a cigar that can be all you want to do. You don't have to smoke with somebody else, although it's a lot more fun.
Yeah, it is. And I think like you said, you know, even now, you know, as we're all here and smoking now, you know, this is, and I tell everybody, this podcast is like a virtual cigar lounge.
Yeah.
You know, we sit here, we talk about you guys, we talk about us, we talk cigars, and it's like we sitting in a cigar lounge and having a conversation.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. And going back to the firehouse, I know my friend's good friend, girl who I play with, Emily Rose, is a Philly firefighter. I know for like their first year anniversary there, when they have a new firefighter, they all sit down. The new guy will make dinner, and they all sit down and have a cigar. So it's still definitely part of that culture.
And like you said, it's a escape from reality. It's a relaxation. You know, you're having a rough morning. You take a break from work. You smoke your cigar and kind of, you know, mellow yourself back out and go back to it. Like that's how I do it.
Yeah, well, there's been all the studies done that, you know, the little bit of damage that you do to yourself with a premium cigar is far outweighed from the relaxation that you get, the way it can calm you down, and just like you said, that escape from reality for a couple hours or a couple minutes.
Absolutely. And you know, this like I have this, and then when I'm done here, you know, I'll eat my lunch, whatever, and then I'll light up another cigar and watch my wrestling, and just, you know, this is what I like on my weekends. This is pretty much what I do.
Yeah. It's like when I have a long day at the office, I'll come home, and you know, my wife will look at me, and she sees I'm stressed out. She's like, "You want to take the kids outside and have a smoke?" I'm like, "Yes, I do."
Yeah. Yes. Matt, can you come outside too and watch them, and then I'll have my smoke?
Oh, it's fine. I have a nice deck, and they go play on. They have a play set out there, so they'll go play on their play set and go jump on a trampoline. And I'll sit back and, you know, maybe push them on the swing. I'll sit there, have my cigar while I push them on the swing.
There you go.
Nice,
now,
easy, yeah.
Now I know we talked earlier about what you guys like to smoke, and you prefer a bolder cigar, and you know, what is your go-to? As I would say, what is your favorite wrapper to kind of smoke and try and, you know, I guess pick up when you can see it?
I tend to do a lot of Maduros, but about a year ago I got into the Cameroons from Karen Berger's Cameroon.
Yep.
And it caused something in me. There's something different in that cigar that you don't get from a Maduro. So
100%.
I'll take one of those every now and then for a change up. You know, good Cameroon, or the AJ Fernandez Cameroon is just awesome. And I used to shy away from AJ because you see his name on everything.
Everything, yeah.
And I was like, this guy's just got to be selling his name to anybody who walks in the door. And then you find out, no, he's out there. He's out there actively blending all of these cigars. This is what he does. And a lot more respect for him, a lot more respect for his product. I haven't had a bad AJ Fernandez ever. And I don't know him, so I'll get that's totally unsolicited.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you go for Maduro, but not the ones who are dictators of Venezuela. But no, definitely Maduro. If I'm getting picky, and definitely have the time to sit down for it.
Yeah, we over here we smoke a lot of the fuller body stuff like you guys, the bolder stuff. But you know, over the years of smoking, I used to only smoke Maduros and big ring gauges. I've gotten into now over the past few years of doing this show, smoking the Robustos, the Toros, and I've kind of shied away from the bigger rings.
Okay.
Now, that's not saying I won't do a 60, 70 ring gauge every now and again. But, you know, like I've become not only a Cameroon or Corojo, Sumatra, but a lot of Habano is where I've kind of gone to a lot lately. And then you get companies like Domain who make fantastic Connecticut's.
Yes.
That have flavors, that have the bite that you're looking for. And because, you guys know, and working in a shop, John, you get a lot of Connecticut's that when you smoke them, you'd better off smoking some air or grass.
Yeah.
Yes.
100%. And you get, that's why, like you guys, I like the smaller companies because they produce good Connecticut's. A lot of them. They take the time and the pride to make those Connecticut's taste the proper way.
Right.
Yeah. So if I'm at home, usually grab a Connecticut because I want something that's gonna be quick. So if I'm outside with the kid watching the kids do whatever at home, like a backyard smoke, that's usually Connecticut for me.
Okay.
But if I'm gonna sit down, if I'm out and about, I'm gonna sit down. That's why I go for Maduro, a nice big ring gauge. So it's really, for me, it's dependent on where I'm smoking.
And I think time too, like you guys said before, is a big dependent on it. Like, because I've been in places where like I've had time to go sit outside and smoke a 60 ring gauge while I'm at work because there ain't nothing going on.
Yeah.
And I think that's what a lot of people, I also think a lot of people misunderstand is, yes, the cigars, your size preference of what you want and like the smoke and Vitola and stuff like that is what you enjoy, but that there's also opportunities for you to try other sizes because of your time frame.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of it is definitely situational. Situational.
Exactly.
What you have going on. And I think a lot of cigars can be lost if you don't have situational awareness of when you're grabbing it. I think I specifically need to be very aware of, if I'm going to smoke in the backyard and the kids are playing, if it's going to be 6 o'clock or 4 o'clock, how long they're going to be outside.
Right.
So if I know bath time or bedtime's coming up, I have to be very careful when I'm grabbing if I have to cut that thing short.
Keep on that schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, and you're 100% right, and that's what we, like we have time to sit here sometimes and smoke a 60 ring, 70 ring. There's been times where I've lit up a 60 ring or a 70 ring, and I've had to go somewhere. I take that with me, and I go in the car, and I just keep smoking my way there.
Yep.
Because I know, like you said, I might have another hour and a half before I get to where I'm going. So it's like, okay, well, I have time to finish my 70 ring gauge cigar.
Whenever I do that, that's usually when I wind up with the little holes in my shirt.
Yeah.
Something's always going to go wrong.
Shirt, pants, shorts, whatever. You don't even realize it.
Yeah.
You don't realize it because you're smoking and it falls down.
Yeah.
So as we're winding down here, we've kind of started asking our guests this. When you cut your cigar, what is your go-to style of cut? And what do you prefer to light your cigar with? Soft flame, matches, cedar, torch lighter? And what do you pair it with? What do you pair your cigars with?
Well, I'm just getting back into the V cut again. That's what I kind of started with. Then I made my way through the punches and wound up with tar on my lips, and so I'm getting back into the V cut. But I use a torch because with the bigger gauge, I want to get a good sear on the front. And usually I was always a Scotch drinker, but since I started working up at the shop, they're bourbon guys, so they got me into the bourbons pretty hard, which wasn't a tough jump to make.
Yeah, I'm a V cut all day. I usually use the torch. So I V cut, definitely torch. I usually don't drink much. Usually,
unless I'm here.
Yes, you're here, or I'm with the hockey team. But it's usually I'm Dr. Pepper Zero or Coke Zero. Usually, what I'm pairing with.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
I was lucky when before my late wife got sick. We used to sit out every afternoon on the back deck, a cigar each, nice shot of
that's
whiskey,
awesome.
And it was like just an afternoon ritual. We just sit out there and have a drink or two, a couple of cigars, and then go inside and worry about dinner and stuff. And it was really something nice that I was able to share with her.
Yeah,
right.
We were able to do together, which was really great.
Remember, right now we're pairing with bare knuckle straight bourbon whiskey.
I've heard of them. I haven't tried them, but
very good.
Very good.
Ever since my dad had his incident, he doesn't drink liquor anymore. He can't.
Yeah.
They told him no, so he doesn't drink it. I drink, but not during COVID, I drank a lot. So like now I'm just kind of like I drink here and there. I'm a big coffee guy. Like that's that's my vice. That, and I drink a lot of iced tea. But when I'm smoking cigars, I try to, when I'm first smoking them, smoke them with a cup of water, so I have a clean palate.
Yeah.
And then the second time I'll smoke them, or third time, most of the time it's paired with a cup of coffee.
I think it was Ricky Rodriguez from West Tampa now told me that's what the blenders do in between cigars when they're trying to mix a new blend. They always have black coffee in between. That's how they cleanse their palate.
Ricky is a very, very dear friend of mine.
Oh, he's a good man. He's a good man.
He's great. When we first originally wanted to put our cigars out a few years ago, he gladly was, willing to try them and taste test them for us. I had him on the show with the Circle of Life. He will actually be on the show in a couple of weeks with his new cigars.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, I had I remember what it was. It's the night. His dark shade night. I can't remember the name.
I didn't see that one yet.
Yeah, I had it. I was down in Dallas.
The Dark Times.
Last week. Dark Times, yeah. And
with the fancy cutter and everything.
The cutter, I was like, I went to the shop. I'm like, how do I get this cutter? Like, you have to buy a box. I'm like, but the box is already open. I just want the cutter. Like,
you have to buy the box.
Yeah, they had the box open already. I'm like, I just want the cutter. It's sitting in the box. It's open.
Yeah. We've been trying to get him out to the shop, but he's always so booked up for appearances.
Yeah.
It's really hard to get him in.
He's very booked up. But as we wind down here, I want to thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us on. Definitely
absolutely. And if you want to stay here when we're done, we can finish talking if you want. It's up to you guys.
It's up to you. I know.
Yeah, we probably should
get. Yeah, my wife's at the playground with the kids. So don't run and bother us when we're doing this.
Well, let me wind down here, and then it's up to you. If you want to stay, we can chat a little more, and if not, that's okay as well. But thank you guys for coming on, guys. Stay tuned next week. We have pro wrestler Vinny Abruzzi coming on, and then after that, we have the Cigar Clowns returning to the show. Nice. So stay tuned for that, and we will see you guys next week.
Thanks again.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Military Broadcast Radio. As we wrap up today's show, we want to remind you that the podcast of today's episode will be available right after we go off the air. So if you missed any part of the show or want to listen again, be sure to check it out. And remember, we're here to support and honor our veterans. Your stories and experiences matter, and we are committed to giving you a platform to share them. That's right. We're here to give our veterans a voice. So don't forget to catch the podcast and stay connected with us. Giving our veterans a voice.